in the birthplace of the Constitution to remind all you pussies what free speech really looks like. Adam Carolla!
Yeah, get it on. Got to get it on. Get it on. Thanks for coming out tonight, Philly. I wanted to settle something early because we did go out to Cleaver's to get Philly cheesesteak, and I was dead set on provolone. I know, but I don't like synthesized anything. I don't even like, you know, like when you're on those porn sites and it's got that thermos with the fake pussy in it, you're like, you could do this instead of that. I'm like, no, I'm jacking it old school. Like I'm going how Grandpa used to beat his meat. I'm not putting my dick in an electronic thermos. And I feel the same way about Cheese Whiz. We have provolone. Why are we doing the Cheese Whiz? But Chris ordered the Philly cheesesteak, and they said Cheese Whiz and American cheese, which I like the sound of American cheese. Unfortunately, it's the worst tasting cheese. We put America in front of our worst cheese effort, which cannot impress the world internationally. You know what I mean? We should hijack cheddar or Gouda or provolone or Havarti and put American in front of that, not in front of the crazy orange plastic cheese. But he got that. But I was talking at the table, and I was like, have we split the room? Is it provolone? Is it American? Is it Cheese Whiz? Like, where are we at? And people are like, well, you have to listen to the people of Philly because they're the experts at Philly cheesesteaks. But I don't know, maybe you guys are dumb. Did you ever consider that? Like, I live in Los Angeles. I don't claim to be an expert on meatball subs. I just live in Los Angeles. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have a field of sandwich expertise. But is it provolone or is it Cheese Whiz? All right. That's my fault. Because everyone just shouted out a different answer at once. Let's just show of noise and applause. Let's just start with Cheese Whiz. It's got the word whiz in it. You know what I mean? Like, that alone should disqualify it from putting it on your sandwich. Like a little extra whiz on your sandwich? No, I'll dip it in the toilet when I'm in the men's room. I'm good. A little au jus from the toilet bowl. All right, show of hands and noise for provolone. I think the provolone crowd has spoken. A strong contingency. All right, the other thing, and I made some notes. I don't know if this is something, but I'm starting to think maybe it is. You ever see interviews with Lamar Odom? And I want to know, you know Lamar Odom? Yeah. Basketball player? Yeah. Whenever he's sitting around talking, he's talking about getting back Khloe Kardashian, right? He wants to win her back. But I've heard Lamar Odom interviewed, and I've interviewed him myself, and maybe this is just a discussion for the women. If he did get Khloe Kardashian back, what would they talk about? Because I don't feel like he's good at constructing sentences. And I want to say this to all you women out there who are with doofuses. What do you guys talk about? Or is it just that doofus guys like you more and that's enough? Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is kind of philosophical, but do you ever meet a couple and you go, that dude's a doofus, what the fuck? I did 20 minutes with the dude, I couldn't understand him. What the fuck do they do on the ride home? And then do they just fuck good? And then you don't talk? Or what? Or are you a doofus and you're not a discerning doofus, you're just a doofus, maybe it's doofus on doofus crime, maybe Chloe and Lamar just sit around and look at each other and have a doofus back and forth, like they have a doofus ping pong game. Like, hey, you like curly fries or the straight cut? Yeah, man, I don't know. And then that's it. Then they just go to bed. Have you guys been to Cleaver's, the Philly cheesesteak? Have you been to the bathroom? Oh, no, it's not Cleaver's. It's the diner that's on the corner, the upscale diner. Sorry. To the Continental. Have you guys been to the Continental? It's cool, right? Yeah. Have you been to the bathroom? There's a window. There's a viewing port. I'm not exaggerating. Mike went down to the bathroom, then he came back up and he said, "You've got to see this." And I said, "What?" He said, "There is a window into the bathroom. There is a window that is a mirror. When you're inside of the bathroom, you think you're looking into a mirror, but when you're outside of the bathroom, you're watching somebody pinch a loaf from outside of the bathroom. It's insane. There's got to be lawsuits." We went down there and I was like, holy shit. I walked into the bathroom, full mirror, over the sink. I walked outside. We watched a woman pick her nose in the mirror for 9 minutes. We just watched. Mike took a picture. I don't think we could legally show it, but we're like standing at the bottom of the stairs watching a woman primp into the mirror, and she did a thing that I think you women may all do that I don't think guys do. When she was done picking her nose and primping and getting herself together, she took 2 steps back, turned a quarter turn, and gave a look. Like she was like a model at an auto show or something. Like she was like, oh, the 2023 Cadillacs have come in there. Like she gave a, here's what I look like, presenting something. Do you guys all do that? Because guys do a straight on. We don't do the quarter turn, hey, good looking. Woo! She did the look. Let's see, what else did I write down? I don't know if this is a thing. You guys are all Eagles fans out here, right? There's not too many perks for living in LA, but one perk is not having to give a shit about our local teams. We're free to live our lives. We don't have to buy windbreakers and jerseys. We don't have to get tattoos. We don't have to talk every Monday morning about how the Rams or the Chargers were doing. Half the people in LA don't even speak English. We don't need to waste our time with this folly of talking about our team constantly, living and dying with all the hoodies and windbreakers and everything. You guys are forced to live and die with the Eagles. And we're sitting in this place, Cleaver's, and about the 13th Eagles song that came over the speaker in a row, I thought, are they just playing the Eagles because you guys are Eagles? Is this a thing here? Is Eagles a huge band simply because it's named after your team? No. So there's a total coincidence that I heard 13 Eagles songs in a row. There's got to be a lot of pressure on you, though, right? You have to live and fucking die with the Eagles. Where's Bill Berge? Does he still live in this town, or is he dead? What else did I write down? Did I talk to you about how boring Lamar Odom must be? These are my thoughts. All right, we have a radio legend backstage. He is going on his 40th year here, just celebrating his 40th year here in Philly. John DeBella is going to come out here. Is John out there? 40. Yeah. 40
Oh boy, a podcast. It's almost like broadcasting.
But with a P, right. 40 years on here.
40 years in Philadelphia, 47 in total on the air.
Was that always something you wanted to do?
Not in the least. My degree is in scenic lighting and costume design.
Oh, so you're gay?
Yes.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
As a matter of fact, somebody that you might know, do you know who Chris Albrecht is?
No.
He was once the head of HBO.
All right.
The two of us went to college together, and I remember being, when you're in theater, they have a thing called the call board, and you would go there and find out who's going to be playing what parts and what plays and who's going to be doing what jobs. And we went. I remember the two of us standing there one day going, gay, lesbian, lesbian, gay, gay, lesbian, gay. And I go, what the fuck don't we know?
But you're crazy like a straight fox because you can play on the football team and there's 45 other straight dudes on that team, but go into theater and then you're competing with gay dudes for the pussy, and that's where you come out smelling like a rose.
Right, yeah. Well, let's just say then and now, still no game.
No game.
No game. No.
What is that? What is the game thing? I mean, what I'm saying is women, you don't really need game. You're just hot or you're not. We'll decide whether you have game or not. Guys have to have game or they don't have game, and it doesn't really seem to follow any pattern. There's short guys with game. There's fat guys with game. It doesn't really, it's not linear, it's just game. And I think it has to do with self-esteem. And you women are attracted to the guys with the self-esteem. Now, my mom didn't like me. So.
Can't understand why.
So the very first woman in my life was not attracted to me at all. Not physically, not spiritually, not morally. Nothing. My mom didn't like me, so I got the message early on, if my mom doesn't like me, how am I going to convince this random 14-year-old in the 8th grade to be attracted to me? Because the woman who should be attracted to me by birth is not into me. So I never had game. But some guys do have game, and is it because their mom gave them game, or is it a certain just je ne sais quoi?
Oh, no, it's a je ne sais quoi.
It is.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt. That does not, first off, it doesn't come from mom, all right? Unless you're gay. All right? And so dad, like my dad was the coolest man you could ever fucking imagine. Mm-hmm. All right, and my dad was Sinatra height. Right. We had two pictures on the wall in our living room: the Pope and Frank Sinatra. That's who we had, and my dad was that was a man with game. God did not get a single game gene.
Really?
Yeah. My brother, on the other hand, he got them all.
Really?
Yeah, he got them all. And I remember being with my brother, and here's my younger brother, right, trying to teach me how to have game. And he said to me, he says, you got to learn how to goo. I said, goo? So what the hell is goo? He says, hey, you go to a place, and he says, and everybody's going to be running around, trying to get the hottest chicks in the place. If you goo, you're going to get laid. I said, what the fuck is goo? He goes, go ugly early.
Oh. Yeah.
She wants to get laid, you want to get laid, everybody's going to be happy.
I'd love to hear your wedding vows. I want ugly early, and
this is what
I
got.
The happiest man on the face of the earth, sweetheart.
All right. My wife, if she was here, I would be hearing about that story for the rest of the night.
So game, and then are there guys who have game who don't know they have game, and then are there guys who don't have game who think they have game? I think. Do you have game? Oh, yeah. Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're here with a dude?
Right. Thank you.
Oh, wait, you may have gay game.
Yeah. Right.
No gay game.
No gay?
Straight game.
What about gaydar? Yeah, okay. All right.
Oh, it's all right. That's my water, see?
Yeah, it's okay. That's what killed Alex Harvey.
Wait a minute, what is that reference?
The Alex Harvey Band? Alex Harvey Band? You don't know about the Alex Harvey Band?
No.
Okay, keep in mind, folks, that electric guitar is electric. All right, and Alex Harvey was the leader of the Alex Harvey Band, and they were doing a show, and the whole stage had rained, and the whole stage was soaking wet.
Is this a local thing? Or
No. This was a British band, and while on stage, he's playing the guitar, and he's got it around his neck, and he's got his hands on the fret, and he grabs the mic stand, and he wasn't grounded, and boom, down he went, and
it
died
killed him.
on stage. It killed him.
Wow.
All right, so be careful of that puddle.
Sold his soul for rock and roll. That is the
John
greatest.
DeBella killed.
That is the greatest death ever. I would like to go that way.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
I want to die.
till
I want to
after
die
this.
like my grandfather.
How'd he die?
In his sleep.
Oh really?
Yeah, not screaming and yelling like everybody else in the car.
Right. Oh, you got me, John. You got goo. Wow, he died rocking out.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I think that, I mean, they always say, died doing what he loved, but that is doing what he loved.
Yeah.
Because other times you die doing what you love, like if you love parachuting, you can die doing what you love, but the last 20 seconds of what you love, you wish you didn't love it so much anymore.
But you don't remember.
No, and also, I don't want to get too philosophical here, but when you die in your sleep, do you even know you died? You know what I mean? Like maybe that's the best
Probably
way to
around
go.
here. That's where you found out.
All right, so we got a bone to pick because you have a special gold record from Joan Jett.
I have a platinum record from Joan Jett.
Platinum record.
And even more importantly, a platinum single from Joan Jett.
Which is,
all right, in the days where people went out and physically bought singles, right? That is 1 million singles. Not like today where you just go click and all of a sudden somebody bought a song. You had to go to a store, buy this record just as a 45 with a B-side song of some kind. All right, so the year that happened, it was 1982. Only 2 songs became platinum singles. Joan Jett's I Love Rock and Roll and Survivor's Eye of the Tiger.
yes.
Okay, so where's the bone here?
There was a movie called Rocky. You guys probably heard of it. Little indie film. Probably didn't stop in Philly. Probably just a New York, LA thing.
Yeah, it was.
It was. Saw it a kind of artisan theater. I don't think it made it into the big places. I hate I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett. I fucking can't stand that song. I don't even think of it as a song. It's just this never-ending, repetitious dirge of shit.
You know it's a cover song.
Oh, first off, somebody covered that song. It's like me saying, I want to invent a new kind of lawn darts. Like, no, don't do it. So many kids lost their eyes already. No, I'm doing a new one. Why would you even cover that song? It's not even a song. It's not. I am. When I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to think to myself, I've heard that motherfucking song so many times because of John DeBella, and I hate that fucking song. Does anyone like that song, or are we stupid? Because I think there's certain parts, like my dog eats the same kibble every fucking day, twice a day, and looks forward to it like he's never had it before. Like, oh my God, this is the greatest. It's like the same stale shit you ate yesterday. Wow, but today's today. I'm so excited about it. I think people are dumb. I think they like repetition. I think that's why they like that song. It's repetitive, it's dumb, and it goes nowhere.
Which, when you think about the hooks of most hit songs, it's the truth.
Yeah.
They all do that.
Right.
Right? I mean, do you honestly believe, right, okay, some songs it's not because of the hooks. Some songs it's because of the emotion of it.
Yeah.
Right? So, for all of you Taylor Swift fans, right? What? I just want to get you. I'm
going to put my water over here.
That's a good idea.
Anyone sitting up front, you may want to hold those drinks over your head.
Yeah.
Grab your drinks. John's coming for them.
That's it. Well, you understand that normally I never walk into a situation either high or drunk or anything like that. But this was a situation I had no fucking idea of what I was walking into.
So you're loaded now.
So I'm loaded. I am loaded.
You've been drinking, you're chasing the dragon. What's going on?
That's it. No, just drinking.
Okay.
Dragon comes later when I'm not around people.
All right, so the hook and the song.
Right, because there were so many songs. You take somebody like Taylor Swift. It is amazing the amount of women who are out there going, that's just, I know. I know just what that's all about me. That's my life. That's it, right? It's the same damn thing.
I know, and I think it's women who have to identify with this stuff. Like, oh, she broke up with a guy.
Right.
Now she's writing a song about it. I'm not equally as motivated. Like, I don't listen to songs about rambling and go like, we're selling the house and I'm buying a van. Like, I just go, here's some asshole talking about rambling. I don't see myself in the rambling man. I don't identify with the rambling man. It's just a good song or a bad song.
That's it.
Women get very caught up in empowerment. Like, I think that's why you guys like Lizzo.
No, it's the flute playing. They're really into the flute playing. Right?
I've said I'm a little bit old school. I like Thin Lizzy, not Fat Lizzo. I go a little more jailbreaky, and Boys Are Back in Town, and a little less. And I've always said with her and the flute, she should be playing a bigger instrument.
More of a tuba girl,
or a kettle drum or something. She looks 300 pounds without the flute. When she picks a flute up, she goes up to like 335 because it's a wisp. Taylor Swift should play the flute.
True.
And Lizzo should play the giant guitar in the mariachi band. It's the size of a canoe. If she were smart, I'm going to talk to her management and see if she can do that. All right, so John, you work, are you 6 to 9, 6 to 10?
6 to 9.
So you didn't have to go to 10.
No. That's because some idiot programmer decided that I was too rough for after 9 o'clock in the morning, that they wouldn't listen to me in the office, which they did for 20 some odd years.
Right.
That they wouldn't listen to me at work. So they decided that my show would end at 9 o'clock. So I've got to pack 4 hours worth of show into a 3-hour program.
Or 2 hours worth of show into 3 hours.
Right, I've had those days too.
So you show up at
That's
5.
why Adam Carolla was on my show Friday. That filled 15 minutes.
You show up at 5:30 in the morning. You start knocking over water bottles.
5:30. Right? I'm in the studio at 4:15.
Really?
Yeah, I'm up at 3:15. I'm in at 4:15. I'm on the air at 6.
Oh my God, I hate you.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
No.
Well, why?
No,
I did morning radio. I got up at 5. And now I'm off the air. Maybe you're right. I think you have a point. Maybe show prep would have helped.
Now, give me. Understand that this is weird for me because normally I'm the interviewer, not the interviewee.
Right.
So you didn't work at K-Rock at first, right? You were brought in, and Jimmy was the sports guy.
Jimmy was Jimmy the sports guy.
And this is on the Mark and Brian show?
No, this is on the Kevin and Bean show.
Oh, the Kevin and Bean show. I'm sorry.
Right, the same difference, you know. I mean,
right, really.
Kevin and Bean would hate to hear me say that, but I mean, it was just a morning duo show. Jimmy was Jimmy the sports guy. He just got hired on probably about 2 or 3 months earlier out of Phoenix. He was doing the sports, and he was kind of side producing, coming up with bits, you know, does the sports and then pulls some articles from the USA Today, and we could talk about this and do that. A fight broke out on the air between Jimmy the sports guy and Michael the maintenance man.
Why the fuck was the maintenance man on the air?
Because morning
Wacky
morning stuff.
bits.
Yeah,
Okay,
you got to get everybody in the studio and try to kill some of the 4 hours. Most guys have to do 4 hours.
I know.
If you had
Not
to do
the
that
easy
fourth
shit
hour,
like me.
you'd have 2 maintenance men in there
That's
fucking
true.
arguing.
That's true.
And they start arguing, and there's going to be a boxing match between the two of them. I am working as a boxing coach in the morning and as a carpenter in the afternoon.
Okay.
And so I was skinny. You know, I had 3 things that made me skinny back then. I was working as a boxing coach, I was working as a carpenter, and I was fucking broke. So between those 3 things, that was 22
and this was in LA.
pounds ago. Yeah.
And none of those were blow?
No.
No, really?
I couldn't afford blow. I wanted to do blow. I should be doing blow now. All right.
Anybody
in LA,
holding?
When cocaine was popular in LA, it was $110 a gram, and I was making $8 an hour on a construction site. I could literally snort 4 hours of work in 0.2 of a second. I was like, I would love to be beaked out of my mind right now on cocaine, but I cannot work for 12 hours to get a freeze. Fucking people laughing, you're now junkies in my mind.
Yeah.
You got the freeze reference.
She says he's holding.
Yeah. So I couldn't do cocaine. Now I should be doing cocaine because cocaine's $30 a gram and I make God knows how much an hour, so I should really be fucking dipping my beak back into the coke bowl. Mental note when I get back in LA.
But you've kind of passed the cocaine age group.
You're never too old to do blow. My grandfather said to me once, son, let me tell you about goo and let me tell you about blow. You're not gonna be a ladies' man, but you get the booger sugar, you get your dick sucked. That's what Grandpa told me.
All right, it's official. I want to do this show again.
I was working as a boxing coach, and they were going to have a boxing match, and I was driving my truck, and, long story short, I always loved radio. I didn't know anything about it. I wanted to see the studio, so I showed up as the boxing coach, not looking for Jimmy. Just either guy would have been fine with me. I didn't know the difference between Michael the Maintenance Man and Jimmy. I didn't know what they looked like. I didn't know. Michael had been at the station for a couple of years. Jimmy was new. So I was kind of thinking I'd rather have Michael because he's kind of in, he's been there for a number of years and he's black. So he'll probably beat the shit out of the
Jimmy.
chubby Italian guy. So I showed up at the studio. I couldn't get into I got into the commercial building. I got up to the K-Rock 9th floor. The suite was closed. It was 7 a.m. And some dude went in and, I said, I'm a boxing guy. And Jimmy just came out like a half hour later and I trained him to box.
So when did you become Adam Carolla disc jockey?
Well, after...
Notice how it's changed to...
that's good. That's good. I loved comedy. I trained in comedy. I wanted to do comedy. I loved radio, but I had no experience in it. I didn't know anybody. I got hold of Jimmy. He knew me as a boxing coach. I didn't want to give him the bum rush with the comedy because he'd think that's the only reason I was there. I wanted him to think I knew what I was doing. But after, what we would do is I worked at a gym in Pasadena, California, and then I'd say, come on out and train, and he'd come out at noon after he got off the radio, because they did a full fucking 4-hour show. They weren't mailing it in. And,
but I come in early, remember.
Well, that's true. All right. And he'd come there. We'd train for like 15 minutes, and I'd go, why don't we go get a Snapple and talk, and he didn't want to train either. So we'd go upstairs, get a Snapple, like sit down at a cafe, and I'd start making him laugh, And at the end, the fight was like 2 weeks. We had like 2 weeks train. At the end of the 2 weeks, I convinced him I was funny. And I was like, I remember really clearly, like I said to him, what do I got to do to try to get on with you guys? And he said, what do you do? And I said, I sit, I roll, I crack wise, I just add to the comedy. And he said, we don't need that.
Dreams crushed.
He said, you come up with a character, You phone it in on Monday, and they're probably not going to like it, but give it a shot. It'll probably be one and done. You come up with something and do it. And I said, I don't do characters. And he said, figure it out. And so I had the weekend to figure out my character. And I came up with a character, and I called it in, and it went good. And they sort of said, yeah, do it next week. You know, call back next week. And then it just snowballed from there.
Did you ever get paid for it?
No, I didn't get life lesson to everybody out here tonight, especially the cokeheads in the front row. The life lesson is this. I did this character for free. You know, I'd get up at 5 in the morning and write the jokes and do the whole thing. I burned a ton of calories. I did it all for free for about a year. And after about a year, they said, we will now pay you $50 a bit to do this character, which I did twice a week or something like this. I mean, you know, made $100 a week or $150 a week.
And you spent it on cocaine.
Of course, this guy knows it. A gram and a half. Half an 8-ball. So at some point they said, we'll give you $50. And I only hung out with my loser buddies from the San Fernando Valley, who we were all working construction, you know, and they think really blue collar and kind of day to day, you know, they're workers, you know, ham and egg guys. And they said to me, they kept saying to me, like, you're on the radio, like, what are you getting paid? And I kept going, nothing. And they were like, you're a sucker, man. You're such a sucker, because in their world, you wouldn't hang drywall for free, you know what I mean? So why would you do this shit for free, you know? And at some point, I said to one of my buddies, Ray, I said, I am getting paid now. And he said, how much? And I said, $50 a bit. And he said, $50 a bit? That's nothing. And I said, Ray, I should be paying them. Because 6 months later, I took over Loveline, then it went syndicated, and before you know it, I was making $1 million a year.
Right. There you go.
Literally within a year and a half. Right. And that's the lesson. So if you have a young son, he's got no game, and he's thinking about going down the goo route, and he can't afford the booger sugar, you tell him to work for free.
That's it.
John DeBella, everybody.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Please.
All right, you guys can put your drinks down now. It's safe to have a beverage. John has left the stage. All right, we have a couple of comedians who I got a chance to meet backstage who are going to come up and help us with some of this ball pulling when the time comes. Let's bring out Tim Butterly and Mike Rainey. Come on out, guys. Tim, oh yeah, let me remove this. Oh, thank you. That is.
Management asked me to come out and clean up a spill.
Yeah, we found out there was pussy juice everywhere. What happened? Way to go, Adam.
That was John. I did not do that.
Jeez
But if you're gonna spill something, I'd say water. Well, no, water's not the best. I like tears. Second to tears, water, and then after that we just keep going. Maybe white wine, red wine, yoo-hoo. We've gotten off to a very blue start here.
I'm more of a cum man myself.
So you guys,
Wait, you're saying this in front of the orgasm donor. Is this your word, bro? What the hell?
this guy has a shirt that says orgasm donor on it.
Which I think, to me, the message is, I'm not using them.
Does that? I don't think that shit works anymore. Like the bumper sticker with Vans are rocking, don't bother knocking.
Female body inspector.
Right.
Classic.
Captain of the USS Muff Diver. You know.
I always salute when I drive past him.
The thirst responders.
The van that says, "Don't laugh, your daughter may be in here." I wonder if R. Kelly had one of those vans.
That was on his bathroom door at home.
If I was abducting women, I would get the van that said, don't laugh, your daughter may be in here, or gas, grass, or ass, nobody rides for free, or in the vans, because people would see it and go, there's no fucking way that guy's actually abducting people. He wouldn't be advertising.
I think you put that bumper sticker on a JonBenet Dodge Ramsey. All right, guys, I'll see you later.
Too soon. So you guys, local, you do a podcast out here, doing stand-up, making the scene, yes?
Oh, we're gonna die in Philly for sure. We're never leaving this place. That's absolutely.
I've already had the painkiller addiction.
Is the plan, when you're in Philly, is the plan to make it to LA? Because everyone in LA is trying to leave LA now.
We are middle-aged, fat gay retards we each have a wife and 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
So
Different wives and 3 children, by the way. Not the same wife and 3 children.
we split custody of a wife.
Right. And no one's leaving Philly anytime soon.
Well, I mean, we're not fucking moving to LA like homos. And we're not moving to New York because it's just too... No, dude, we're fucking having a good time here. We have the internet. We can podcast wherever we want.
Yeah.
Philly rules, so we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, there's no... I guess you used to have to go places to do something, and now you don't really have to do that anymore, yes?
No, it's the best.
It's the best.
It's the fucking best.
You don't have... Look, COVID told us you don't even need to leave your fucking house to go to work anymore.
Right. I mean... That was the best, actually. I was still working a job during COVID, and dude, getting pussy on the clock.
Oh, really?
Dude, getting 11 a.m. pussy while just like faking being in a work meeting.
How'd you get your wife out of the house? That's wrong. That Grubhub chick's hot. Does anyone? I know it's a common theme in porn, the delivery fuck. Mm-hmm. I have not had anyone drop anything off at my house that was above a 4.5. I've never seen a smoke show coming up the driveway with Taco Bell that I ordered. But I guess there used to be good-looking people who used to deliver shit.
I don't know. I'm always stuck when they deliver.
You're stuck when they deliver?
Yeah, like in the dryer, like your stepbrother finds you and your head's stuck in the dryer and he fucks you from behind.
Thank you, Tim.
Sorry, I don't want you guys to see all the sausage is made, but I didn't want to leave that hanging. You guys are wrong about not getting game from your mom, by the way. That's a white problem.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Black kids are getting game from their mom as we speak worldwide. There's like, every black friend I know, like growing up, there was like a thing in her face, like if you don't learn how to dance good, you're never getting pussy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and in white households, it was like, yo, if you like girls, you're gay.
So you think in the black community...
I know for a fact. In the black community, it's like, yo, if you're not developing sick dance moves, you're gonna have a dry dick for the rest of your life.
No, it is a theory of mine that all you really need to do is put together 5 seconds of a moonwalk and you shall get laid and you shall be forgiven. It's a long-standing theory of mine that when you can dance as a dude, all is forgiven. Like you go like, Michael Jackson, you hear what he did to those kids? It was horrific what he did to those 9-year-olds. And then someone will chime in and go, yeah, but that guy can move. And everyone goes, yeah, I guess so, moving on. You know what I mean? Chris Brown, they balled up his fist and he punched Rihanna in the face over and over again. Yeah, but have you seen that guy move? Yeah, I guess so.
Have you guys seen that? Have you seen that guy dance shirtless in like a red leather jacket?
Yeah, it's all is forgiven.
When did you start learning how to dance?
I never learned how to dance. I never could dance. I had my dance. The only thing you could say about me is it's all effort with no ability. You know what I mean? Like I'm like Vince Papaldi or whatever his name is. What's the guy's name?
Vince Papaldi, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's me of dance. Slow white guy, 100% hustle. I'll bust that wedge, coach.
Yeah.
Just tell me what to do.
You're like a dancing day laborer. They pick you up behind Home Depot.
Right. No God-given ability, but I'm like Rudy meets Vince Papali when it comes to dance. I will sweat my ass off on that field 110%.
They're putting Carhartt jackets on the foreman's fucking desk at work.
Yeah. Now did you do some wrestling or something?
It's from being very bad at jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
I look like I was attacked by a chimp.
Right. Yeah, you got the cauliflower going in the air.
Tim's very good at jiu-jitsu. I'm very bad, but I got the ears.
I think the ear is a good move. The ear. If I went into there should be grizzled ears that you just pop on when you go into shitty
Like
bars.
wax lips?
Yeah. No. I'm saying you would not fuck with a guy with grizzled ears, right?
Yeah.
That guy's rolled for his entire high school and college career, right?
I don't have a big dick, I don't make any money, and I can't dance. So this is the best option for me.
My mom did these.
You got the grizzled. You got the I wrestled all the way through high school and college ears, and thus no one would fuck with you in a bar, right?
I hope so. I haven't been in a fight in a very long time. It's
He only
probably
got
been
those
about 12
3 years ago.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's a
I'm
new
44,
deal.
He got them at 41 years old.
Everyone, the window for fucking up your ears is 12 to 22.
I missed it, Adam.
You fucked your ears up in your 40s?
41, yeah.
Wow. And how does that even happen? You must have a predisposition to that. That must
So
be...
he was training to be a high-level orgasm donor.
It was a horrible pussy-eating accident. And I don't really want to talk about it. But no, I got caught in a lot of chokes, and I didn't know how to get out of them. So when you're struggling to get out of a choke, if you don't do it the right way, the pressure is just going to crush your ears. And I didn't know that you have to drain your ears once they start to cauliflower, so I just let them go.
So your ears were pristine from 0 to 39?
He was an ear model.
Sore subject, but my ears were my best quality for 40 years.
Wow. It'd be like if Julia Roberts lost her hair. Wow. Or some other reference. That's the best I could do.
Bald Julia Roberts, you're making me hard. Thanks a lot, dude.
All right, shall we bring Chris out and do some news, and we can
do it.
hang out and crack wise with the news? Chris is going to handle the news tonight, and we'll just crack wise. You can have a seat.
Here, I took your chair. I'm sorry. There you go.
I wish I had some water.
Tim, where's that rag?
I like baptized the stage with my Fiji. All right.
All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is I don't know. I know Adam is not really part of this, but Mike and Tim, are you guys into romance novels by any chance?
I'm reading a black romance novel right now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I really am. It's called This Hose Crib's Got Roaches by Quan Mills.
What?
Adam, are you guys familiar with Quan Mills? No. A black erotica writer? I swear to God, it's a real person.
Really?
But it's a 400-page book that I just got called This Hose Got Roaches in Her Crib.
And this isn't an Asian guy? Is it a black guy? Okay, and what's on the cover? Because
It's a man who's struggling with life because his ex-wife is making his life difficult with child support payments, shaking him down for more and more money. She's in the background with roaches crawling over everything in her apartment.
and this is a romance novel for women?
I think it's for dudes like me.
You found it? Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
This for a
Wow,
second?
we're looking at it.
Here,
wow.
ready?
All right. I didn't know there were romance
Find
novels.
gay pornography for children.
Ew, you're that kind of orgasm donor? Ew, dude.
Oh, she said I don't have an answer for that. God damn it.
All right, so Chris, the story is...
The story is there's a romance novel author, and in 2020, it was reported that she committed suicide. Everyone was really sad. They donated to her funeral. It was a big deal. And then a couple days ago, she goes on Facebook and is like, I actually didn't kill myself, and and she faked her death. Wow. Yeah, and the romance community is pissed.
Yeah.
They are so mad.
That's a dangerous crowd.
Yeah.
They're coming across them. Yeah. They may throw their scarf over their right shoulder and yell, "Good day!" and take their cap and point it down with purpose and storm off with their buckled shoes.
How many people's like 200-pound fat ants just like were holding a magic wand, just like, what?
So
yes, her name's Susan Meechan, and she said it was reported that she died by suicide because of online bullying. So it was a big cause with everybody, and then she comes back online, and some of her books, by the way, if you want to read them, Mike, Losing Him and Find You. Boo! No, you don't like that?
What's that got to do with roaches and hoes?
I know. What about Special Delivery?
No.
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, the romance community, they quote, "It's a slap in the face." They said they're really upset. Her daughter was getting involved in it, and so basically, a woman faked her own death successfully. Oh, and her sales from her book were the highest right after her death.
Wait a minute. Is Special Delivery about her retarded mailman?
That's my porn theme, right? Yeah. Special needs mailman.
Yeah. So I mean, it definitely helped with her book sales, but yeah, she faked her death, and yeah.
She's just having fun.
And then who had to look after all her cats? That's really the question. When the romance novelist fakes her death, who gets the cats? That's who
That's
really
the big
suffers.
question,
the
Did they
cats.
say the method of her suicide originally?
No, it didn't.
That's
yeah.
how you know.
I know. Nobody ever wants to talk about that though. Whenever
I think the method should be in the GoFundMe.
We need to know. Well, I think the code for committed suicide is they're finally at peace. You don't get hit by a bus and someone goes, "Oh, he's finally at peace."
He died doing what he loves.
Finally at peace is code for committed suicide.
Yeah, they should have tiers. Like if you pay a certain amount of money, we'll tell you how
That's right.
you did it. Yeah.
Tell you how the story ended.
Well, Dave and Buster just killed himself.
Dave and Buster?
Well, Buster.
Buster
Just
did,
Buster.
Yeah.
But they're probably going to bury Dave with him.
Oh, he killed himself?
Yep.
I heard he crashed one of those motorcycles that was on a swivel. He just fucking gunned it and went right for the cliff. Right for the virtual cliff.
God rest his soul.
On the pivoting motorcycle. Oh. So he just went face down into the ball pit and never came out.
He shot himself with a laser tag gun.
Squeezed the trigger with his big toe. Laser in his mouth. I hope that guy doesn't have any family listening to this. We're only going to do another 10 minutes on
He
David
probably
Buster's
faked it to
suicide.
start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a Grave and Buster's now.
Yeah. Brave and Buster's.
Dude, the next water spilled up here is going to be a thrown drink at you for that kind of shit.
So Dave.
Buster.
Buster.
Oh, Buster.
Buster's busted.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Sad.
All right. In not suicide or death news, did anybody here get affected by that whole Southwest meltdown the holiday season? Oh, this guy's nodding. Yeah.
What the hell's the Southwest? Is that like an Applebee's dish?
Southwest meltdown's delicious.
They have diarrhea at fucking
That's what you get.
Longhorn
You
Steakhouse.
you know what they need? I just came up with this idea. You guys tell me if this would work nicely for you. You know, like when you go to some old-timey homesteady thing, they have somebody who's dressed like Ben Franklin or something. And
We
they're
actually have a
walking you.
prominent Ben Franklin that you just see around town.
Yeah, just like that kind of guy. Or what do you guys have, like Fort whatever over here?
Mifflin.
Like it's an old-timey dress in the garb. Every airport should have somebody dressed as one of the survivors from the Donner Party. In old-timey garb, you know what I mean? And they would just walk around, and then you'd be sitting around going, fucking A. I'm trying to get to Phoenix, and it's going to take an extra 90 minutes to get to Phoenix. And I told my sister-in-law I was going to pick her up, and she's already left for the airport. And this guy would just show up in his Donner Party outfit and go, "We had to eat, fellow Christians, because it snowed, because we couldn't get from Oregon to Nevada, because it took 26 days, and you're pissed off that they're out of nuts on the Southwest flight." And he'd stay in character. He would never break.
Yeah.
And then once he humbled you, he would walk over to the next sassy traveler who was melting down because they couldn't get to Newark until later on that afternoon.
Oh, dude, we could get amputees to do this and put like cartoon teeth marks on their stumps like they were eaten.
Yeah, like they always have the volunteers in the airport with the directions and everything. Just get the Donner Party survivor. They would just walk through the airport. And, you know, once in a while they'd be on a break drinking a Starbucks or something, and you could have a real conversation with them. But as soon as the break was over, they went right back in character, and they just hang out at the terminals where the flights were delayed, and they would put things in perspective. That's all. Because everyone is like, we live in a time where you can go from coast to coast in 5 hours, and if the flight gets delayed 45 minutes, we all lose our shit, screaming, "Why me? It isn't fair." The worst case scenario, like you go, even if the Donner Party guy got to the guy who's like, "You know what, they canceled the flight. We have to stay at a Red Roof Inn." He'd be like, "We slept in the snow. I crawled inside of a gutted horse carcass to stay warm like the Reverend. Do you understand?" And you're pissed because you have a king-size bed at the Red Roof Inn? And then he would backhand him.
Yeah.
And he'd yell, "Get over it."
Do you think the Wright brothers ever asked God to like have a peek down at the airport? Let's just see how it's looking nowadays. And he sees two elephant-sized women fighting on a Spirit Airlines flight.
I would love to bring back people from the past to show them what we've become.
Yeah.
First off, they would be confused how someone with that carriage, that size woman even got off the ground.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Back then, if you were over 2 bills, you couldn't get in the air.
Yeah, they shouldn't be in the air. They're the wrong brothers, if you ask me.
You're complaining about an obese black woman eating shrimp scampi on a flight next to you? That sounds like heaven to me.
That's right. All right, maybe we'll bring back one of the Wright brothers in costume. You know what I mean? Obviously a paid actor.
Get Groucho.
We'll have one of the Wright brothers, and then we'll have one of the survivors from the Donner Pass, and then they will just kind of put things into perspective when people are melting down over their Southwest flight being bumped back 4 hours.
I love it.
And when we have one of the, like, someone complaining about the TSA, we'll have a 9/11 hijacker come out.
Right. Yeah, we'll put him in security. Too soon.
Dude, some of you guys were fucking 30 when 9/11 happened. Grow up. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah, we'll put the 20th hijacker at security. We'll have the Donner Party
I have
guy.
to take my fucking shoes off. Yeah, all right, well, fine, yeah.
There had to have been one guy that overslept on 9/11 that was supposed to be there. Like he had a late night at Pizza Hut and he just didn't make it there on
That
time.
was.
We know
That
one
was
of them.
Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane was
That's the part of the story he leaves out. He was actually one of the hijackers.
one of the hijackers. I do, not one of the hijackers, but Seth was booked on the flight out of Logan.
So he says.
Yeah.
There's a lot of liars.
I've gotten into it with him. He went to the airport. He didn't get onto the plane, went to the bar and watched it.
He was talking to the Donner survivor?
Yeah. The Donner guy had his arm around him. Hey, have ye old ale, drinking out of a horn. I don't know the time period exactly.
You know what? I will split that
This
foot with
reminds
you.
me of that time I had to eat my children, or whatever Seth MacFarlane would say.
Yeah. I'm not kidding about the Donner Party survivor at the airport. I think that because I know everyone was pissed off at Southwest. It's kind of a weird thing. You do not have the right to fly. It's kind of a luxury.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not really a right. Like I know everyone gets bent out of shape about it, but it's not really a right to get across country for $189 in 5 hours. It's a good thing, and sometimes shit happens.
Right.
So you should just fucking shut up and eat it.
Anytime I've seen somebody complaining about air travel online, I just feel like saying, have you ever been on a bus? Yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's right. Or maybe you could do it as one of the Donner Party survivors.
Yeah.
All right, give me a toe. Organ donor, donate a toe.
Yeah, so that Southwest thing is going to cost them up to like almost $1 billion. But how would the Donner Party survivor help this person? Because Wells Fargo, the vice president of India, was just fired for, quote, urinating on a passenger in business class. Wow. He was super drunk, peed on this lady, and then finally comes to and is like, please don't tell anybody. Like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, I don't know. And she was kind of fighting, should I tell somebody? Ends up writing a letter to Wells Fargo and the airlines, and Wells Fargo ended up firing the guy.
And so she dropped a dime.
Yeah, 72-year-old woman wrote to Air India's management to complain about it.
The Donner Party guy could have helped here.
Yeah, so how
I only wish I was peed upon.
I think the Donner...
Why don't they have more bathrooms on this Southwest Airlines flight?
I think the Donner Party...
ma'am, please open your mouth. I have to go to the bathroom.
I think the Donner Party guy would probably give her a hand. Oh, shut the fuck up! Suck my little ass dick!
I would not rat out a guy for peeing on me, but I would use it.
It's not quite a me too, it's more of a me number one.
Yes.
You like that, you fucking pussy?
I'd be there going, you gonna finish that Fiesta mix? And I was planning on it. Well, really? Because I'm thinking about writing a letter. All right, here you go.
You think it comes out sizzling like fajitas?
So he got drunk.
Yeah, and maybe if he was drunk, I probably wouldn't write the letter. But if he was sober, yeah, letters being written.
Yeah. And so, how did he pee on her? And she's pretty.
So she wasn't sitting next to him and he like peed his pants on her. He was walking, he said, I've gone far enough, ma'am. I'm going to...
all that's reported is they both flew business class and one of them got peed on.
You know what, I don't want to sound like a victim blamer, but there's no way she was dressed like a toilet, was she?
Oh, that isn't reported, but I mean, it is a possibility. And then I wouldn't blame him, yeah. All right, well, and by the way, some local news. Philadelphia International Airport was just named top 5 in the globe.
Woo!
And congratulations, guys. And top 3 in the
Donner
country.
Party volunteer that they took up.
Top 3 in the country for on-time percentage. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've been to the baggage claim at Philly International Airport, but they have some Donner Party volunteers hanging around.
Yeah, trailing only.
Guys like pushing a wheelchair with one leg.
Oh, I did see that guy.
There are a lot of people stealing luggage, right? That feels like I'm not into criminal behavior, but I don't think I'd be into the sort of Secret Santa version of crime, where it's like I just grabbed a couple of wheelies, went back to my house, opened it up, and it was all just underpants and a fucking steno pad.
For some dudes, that's a jackpot. What are you talking
For
about?
some dudes, but I'm saying as a criminal who would like to fence this shit, what are the chances you're going to open that and find a whole bunch of jewels and, artifacts or things of value? Isn't it going to be just a bunch of fucking shorts and socks and
but
stuff?
But you can't win if you don't play.
That's true.
Adam, we have a mutual friend who used to be a baggage guy, and he would go into the belly of the plane, root through luggage, and he said he would often find sex toys, and a joke that he will play is put it in somebody else's luggage.
Oh, that's good, yeah. You know what I would do if I stole luggage? I would steal the luggage and then treat it like one of those storage war shows where it's like I would get my other degenerate friends and I go, I got Samsonite here. What do you think? Can I look? No, you're not opening it. Well, we'll start it at $30. Tim, what do you got?
Is that your black dildo?
Yep. I'll go 40.
Can I hold it?
40, have a look.
Up next, we have a Jan Sport. I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, there could be a Fabergé egg in here. There could be soiled sweatpants. We don't know. I'm starting the bidding at $30, degenerate friends. Let's go.
I had an aunt who collected Fabergé eggs, and like Fabergé eggs are like gold to fat ants. Just worth nothing. We just ended up roofing all of them once she died.
That's definitely Bitcoin for ants.
Well, actual Fabergé eggs have some street value. Your aunt's plastic shit she got from Koreatown has no
Dude.
no
He's saying
street
your aunt had
value.
fake Fabergé eggs?
If
Do you know he doesn't bite your face right now? What the hell,
Tim,
man?
if chocolate comes inside of it, it's probably not a real Fabergé egg. That's what I've learned from the collection.
Yeah, you gotta rub the egg on your gums like it's cocaine.
All right, let's do one more.
All right. Okay, so we'll do some more local news here. So, streeteries in Philadelphia, all the restaurants that have those streets, all the street seating, they are no longer unless you have a permit. So all the restaurants have to tear them down like this week. Yeah. So I mean, get to them now. I know. Well, it definitely helped restaurants out during COVID, but Philadelphia's like, look, just apply for a permit and you can keep them. And last time they checked, it was reported that Philadelphia has received 22 applications. And yeah, so and those aren't even approved. So it's just they're not even going to bother, but they still want to keep them. So do you guys like eating out there on the street? Is it?
No.
Like
It's
a
so
homeless
sad.
person?
Yeah, now that they're tearing them down, it's so sad because homeless guys got to jack off in the open like animals.
Yeah.
We need to take all the surplus material from all the plywood and all the 2x4s and all the visqueen plastic and build an ark.
Yeah.
And sail to a new land.
We have
That's
so much
how I'm
material,
feeling
yeah.
philosophically.
I think you're going to create the homeless depot.
Yes, the homeless depot. This is smart. Homeless depot. It's like, look, you don't want to pay $80 for a fresh sheet of plywood, but how about one with some pigeon shit on it for $39? You know what I mean? And one where hobo pissed on it for $28. You know what I mean? It's a homeless depot. Oh, now who do we step? So it's all shit for previously used building materials for homeless people to build themselves shanty towns with.
Barely been jacked off on.
Right. Yeah, now with 20% less semen, like
It comes pre-stained.
You can do a homeless remodeling. Actually, you can do a homeless remodeling.
You are the
show.
man for that.
This is our front door. It's actually a reclaimed brunch spot.
right.
Our budget was $36.
Yeah, because all this shit's got to go somewhere, right? Like it might as well be repurposed. They made everything out of plywood, 2x4s, plastic. That heating, air conditioning, yeah.
That is so much more of a Philly accent than I was expecting out of this woman. What the hell? Dude, you too, lady. Damn, your name doesn't happen to be Deb, does it?
That's Andrea Papali.
What the hell?
All right, one more. Chris.
All right.
What do we got?
Lastly, I just want to bring this up too. A new Philly law is switchblades are now legal here.
Yeah.
So congratulations, everybody.
We did it.
Who fought hard in the city council?
Dudes that look like me.
We have a dense Puerto Rican population, dude. I just moved out of Kensington.
Let me explain something to you, my honor.
So, during the city council meeting, do you think there was one guy that's like, I would like to, Meals on Wheels. I'd like to bring food to the elderly who are unable to. Yeah, well, hold on. What about my switchblade idea? Hold on.
I'd like to bring to the floor stink. That's probably how he did it.
Now, remember last year, this time, I was pushing hard for the switchblade comb. This time, I'm going full knife. And there's a stiletto and a switchblade, and I think they're different things.
Okay.
One of them pops straight out like a dog's dick.
That's a stiletto, yeah.
And the other swings out like my dick. With almost the same action. Why was this discussed and greenlit? Why was this? Why?
It probably has something to do with the alarming rate of carjackings happening in the city.
Right.
So people want to pack some sort of weapon to defend themselves?
The councilman who approved it said it's for outdoor activities and trades. Yeah, so it's like, oh, you guys are really into doing that?
How much whittling and cutting of avocados can take place in a park at night?
I'm sorry, do you have another way for homeless guys to slice parts of an apple off and eat with?
Yeah, you're right.
Because I'm open to it.
Yeah, in Philly, you have to go hiking with your knife already out.
So, and
my
also,
jogging knife.
I want to say about carjacking. So, though I do feel sorry for people who get their car jacked.
Not me, dude. Stand your ground.
I lease and I'm fully insured. I'm not
Right.
going to dive on the hood of the car like TJ Hooker when the fucking 14-year-old who grew up on the wrong side of the tracks is taking off down the street. Take the fucking car.
I hear that, but as a man, I don't want anyone to take my stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff, so if someone goes, I want that, I'm kind of like, no.
Right. But
That's my struggle.
and then you having a switchblade, would that prevent that?
It does if you treat them like a valet, and as you're handing them $2, you stab them with the other one.
And you gotta do that move where you toss it from hand to hand.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warriors, come out to play.
Are you sure you want this 2003 Corolla?
Well, you're about to get a 2023 Corolla.
Yeah. All
That's
right,
it. That was
Chris,
the straw
why don't
that
you
broke the
pack
camel's
it
back.
in?
That's
We'll
enough.
pull some balls out here.
Can we get out?
All right, do we have our, Tim and Mike, do we have our balls out here? So the rule, everyone wrote down one word on a ball before the show.
They're all the N-word, aren't they?
And whatever,
You fuckers.
whatever it says is what we shall craft a bit on. Now, I think you spin it. Oh, I think it's the other. You got to go clockwise.
dude?
Go clockwise
Serendipitous.
with it, but go ahead.
I can't read.
All right. Sensual touch. What do you think about that?
Sensual touch.
Adam, are you married?
No, getting divorced. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend it. Well, I do if you don't have shit. Like my dad got divorced. He didn't have things. He just left. You know. But if you have stuff, it could be a little trying.
It can feel like a carjacking.
Is sensual. If you didn't meet, if you tell me if you guys are where I'm at. If there was a woman and it's sight unseen and you're thinking about going out on a blind date with this person and she describes herself as sensual.
She's
Isn't
a hooker.
that code for fat?
Yeah, she's lying about her weight.
I'm hearing fat, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
she owns a blanket-sized robe that's made of silk.
Yeah. I sensual is code for carrying around an extra 30, right? When a woman describes herself as sensual or even fun size. Fun size sounds fat to me too.
Yeah, anytime a lady describes herself as sensual, it takes her a while to get out of a couch.
So, and I don't know how to avoid this because everyone's using old pictures and filters and doctoring themselves up online. Shouldn't we do a thing where a woman just stands on a scale with a current newspaper with the date visible
That dude.
and just takes a photograph of it? So
That's like-
I'm not out of line. I'm looking for accurate information.
That should be like the dating app retinal scan. Like you can't even put your profile picture up until you're on the scale and it's connected to your phone.
That's the man show bit we never did is I wanted to be an employee of the DMV and when the chick was filling out the information, 5'5", 111 pounds, I would be like, you understand this is official information. We cannot play this fast and loose with the truth. And we actually went ahead and had a scale installed right there, so you're actually standing on it now, ma'am. And I don't know if you got a
It's like the
shot put in your purse, but readout's 161 here.
It's like the Price is Right. Everybody's just yelling, higher, higher, higher.
Yeah, we'll put it up. We'll put your actual weight up on the tote board. That's what's coming, or you could just get real honest with me right now.
I better see a 3 start that sentence off.
All right, let's pull sensual. I guess. Oh, that's a porn movie title, The Sensual Touch.
Have you
right?
started dating yet?
Yeah.
Or are you waiting?
Waiting for what?
Dude,
Like the paperwork.
he's standing here with his hands on his hips. Of course he's getting
By the
new
way,
pussy.
there's no. Is this too soon to date? No. I wish I dated while I was married. What do you mean too soon? It's never too soon for a dude to date.
I don't assume your values. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
So
I have no values.
can I ask, how do you typically initiate with a new woman at this point in your life?
You sneak up behind her.
All right. I do a little technique called goo. I show up with a kilo Bolivian shale. Just clear the bar and start drawing monster lines down. And keeps the fatties away. All right, let's pull another. Let's pull another ball.
All right, buddy.
Is that, what do you do? No.
I think you go clockwise. I think
it's
oh,
supposed
no,
to
wait.
come down the
It's
chute,
clock-
brother.
I think you
Go all the way
gotta
around.
spin it
There
clockwise.
it
Yeah,
is.
there you go.
What the fuck? Taint maintenance.
This show is getting way too blue.
Which one of you fucking ponytailed freaks put that in there?
Who,
Taint maintenance, dude.
all right, I don't know about
They must know you're dating.
taint maintenance. I've not really seen my taint in a number of years, I gotta say.
You ever have a lady touch your butthole?
My butthole? No, that's not my...
You've never had your prostate stimulated.
I've had people offer,
Brother.
and to me...
Bro, you're leaving meat on the bone.
It's what's his name? No. Here's the whole thing about the finger in the ass.
Yeah.
To me, it's the thought that counts. You know what I mean? I love the thought behind it. I don't love the finger, but I love the thought. It's basically, when you go out to dinner with an old buddy, and especially if the guy's not making as much money as you are, and then the check comes and he reaches for his wallet. That's all. That's all we need. Just reach toward the taint. Just lean over and reach toward the taint. I go, no. Your finger's no good here. Put the finger away. But I feel you, man. I appreciate.
I can't. No, thank you. I'm full.
The role where you went for the wallet. I like that. Now, some guys are into the ass play.
I can't.
I wouldn't call myself an enthusiast, but I've been there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's a once in a lifetime experience, dude.
But so to me,
It's like going to Epcot though. It's a tough sell unless you actually see it. You go, oh, it was nice.
Right. Okay, but here's my feeling. My feeling is I need to know if this is going to happen that night. I need to know no later than noon that day. I will drop what I have to do. I will put down the breakfast burrito. I'm definitely heading into the shower. Like there's a protocol, a ritual.
Yeah.
I need noon. I'm not talking about 12:15.
No.
Hard out at noon that day. If we're going to be dropping dingleberries that night, I need to know that day.
That's union mentality.
Yeah, that's a union thing.
You have to give the cleaning lady 4 hours notice for that.
Yeah. We cannot just venture off this path into this unknown wooded area at night. I need to know that day.
Adam, how close have you come to having that happen to you?
I've had a person, a female, thank you very much.
Cool, dude.
I've had a woman or two like kind of offer it up, you know?
Yeah.
And
verbally or by touch?
Verbally.
Oh, come on.
You know.
Dude, where's the romance?
Well, here's the thing. Just like your poor buddy who feigns reaching for his wallet and is relieved when you wave him off and drop the American Express card, so goes the woman. So goes the woman who was going to put the index finger in your coolant.
Yeah.
She's sigh relief.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I've heard it and I've appreciated it. but I've always said thanks, but no thanks.
It is kind of a bizarre experience having it actually. I'm not talking about just like a lady touches your butthole. I'm talking she goes in and manually stimulates your prostate. There's nothing on earth like it. And the closest thing I've even seen to it is when like how should I put this? Like a lady in like a sci-fi movie like pulls a guy out of like the stasis pod where he's asleep and he has no control over his body. He's like puking on the floor. She's like, it's okay. That's the closest I've come to seeing this represented in media.
Tim, I find it interesting you described it as manually stimulating your prostate. Like AI is going to take over at some point. We're losing all our prostate tickling jobs.
Oh, you know they outsourced the prostate stimulation to India now.
Okay, sir, and how can I help your prostate today? Yes, I can certainly finger your ass, sir. Please, could you try restarting your asshole?
So you're saying once the prostate is hit, you're sort of rendered
Bro, it's like getting
incapacitated?
knocked out. You're like, your knees go.
Whoa, he tagged him!
So,
Yeah. She's going for the finish, dude.
Mike, next time a guy's choking the life out of you and you can't get your cauliflower ear underneath his armpit,
I'm going to make him come.
why don't you just fucking lick the finger, go full backside, incapacitate the dude, and fucking get your hand raised for a change. As a matter of fact, once that became your reputation, the second you dip the index finger in your mouth, the guy just fucking break. Whatever guillotine he had would be gone.
Adam, I might be the oldest guy to ever make the UFC if I start doing this.
That's how you can tell Adam didn't wrestle, because he doesn't think that's already a move. That's like 40% of high school wrestling.
You could do that thing in every bad Disney movie where the donkey kicks field goals. You'd be saying to Dana White, you show me in the rule book. You show me where it says I can't drop a digit on Anderson Silva.
Derriere Bud. Anyone? Please.
Derriere Bud. Yeah.
You get the mighty fucks where the coach has got to stimulate the kids' prostates. Crack.
You guys like that shit?
Now all right, ladies, hold on a second with digit dropping. Here's the problem with the digit dropping. It's fine in a vacuum, but it could be a sort of gateway drug. You know what I mean? Like, he smoked a little pot. What was the problem? Next thing you know, he's fucking chasing the dragon and slamming fentanyl. You know what I mean? Like, it starts on Tuesday, you get the digit. By Saturday, full strap on, pot of lube.
I'm here to tell you, brothers, you can walk that tightrope if you believe. Moderation is the key.
Dude, I'm with Adam. By fucking Sunday, you're pulling your own cheeks apart.
That's right.
Now, as long as you never bring your knees to your own chest, you're fine as a man. I don't care if you can go 2 palms on the wall, that's fine, but you're gonna make a mess.
So you gotta prep for the digit, obviously. There's obviously some lube involved. I did want to say this, a tip, by the by, and you may be by. A tip, by the by. And ladies, let's be honest here. The guy may like the digit, but he does not want to request the digit because there's too much baggage.
It's like a vampire
rules along with that, right? And a lady may like the vibrator, but she does not want to request the vibrator because you think she's that kind of girl.
It's for the table.
Like that, right. So my thing is do not talk about the vibrator. Just slide it in between the mattress and the box spring and don the vibrator.
Yeah.
Pull it out like
the sword in the stone?
Sword. Now, don't make the mistake I had, which is wave it above my head. Like Braveheart, you know. Just get busy orally and then slide in and grab it from between the mattress and the box spring and introduce it.
Sure.
That way it will not be her idea, but she's glad it showed up.
Have you ever thought about, like...
Adam, this should be a pamphlet that you hand out at shows.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about swallowing the vibrator before sex like a handcuff key? And then just like a snake regurgitating a goat, you're like, doesn't this feel good, babe?
As long as we're going here,
Yes, we are.
and we're there already. Speaking of swallowing,
No.
I think it's something that guys get a little too caught up in.
What are you talking
I think the swallow move is the digit move for a chick in that we like the idea of it. It has no practical application, swallowing. But, well, what I'm saying, I don't need someone who swallows, I need someone who transports. You gotta get it from the end of my dick to a toilet, a sink, a potted plant, somebody shorter than you, ceiling fan of an orphanage. I don't care. You just gotta get it.
Yeah, you have to
from
have
the end of my dick to somewhere else. I don't collect and trade my seed in. I'm not gonna tag it like a caribou. Once it's gone, it's gone.
That's why I only fuck women who do trucking logistics. Like, they will get you there.
What if so she's like, oh, Adam, and she's got one paper towel dangling from her fingertips?
You just gotta get it from my dick to the toilet. That's all. Or the sink, or if you're like Drake and you gotta dump hot sauce in your mouth or something. I'd love to have that conversation. That's what I'm gonna do. When I start
start
dating, I'm
spiking
gonna
your
start
seed with hot
accusing
sauce?
women of stealing my semen just to make myself sound better.
That cum was on my shelf as soon as I came in here. Where is it?
That's right.
I put a nanny cam on my balls, lady.
All right, let's do one more ball. Let's get there.
All right, make it a good one, Tim.
You guys fucking suggested this shit. Shut up. Fumble.
Front row, do it.
Damn, sorry, Deb, I got it. I can't. Do these words mean anything to you? Fabulous foursome?
Yeah, I don't know, fabulous foursome. We said one word, so you people did not follow the rule. Spin it counter or clockwise, I think.
Go ahead, Mike.
One word. That was 3 words, and one of them was 4. 3 mijos. Okay. All right. You guys don't have. You have Mexicans out here?
We have
Brother, who do you think you made all these mozzarella sticks tonight?
No, but I thought maybe you guys had Puerto Ricans.
We do.
Puerto
yeah.
Ricans.
Which are like your Mexicans, right?
They are, yeah.
Yeah, we have Mexicans. So in the Latin culture, they call the kid, little young son, mijo.
Ah, mijo,
And,
yeah. Our mijos are motherfuckers in Philadelphia, dude.
And when I
They're
did-
all named Angel, and they're all riding girls' bikes shirtless, cursing at adults all day, dude.
I like the Latin culture because not only do they have lowrider cars, but they actually have lowrider Schwims. Like, we have to invent a bicycle where the handlebars are 7 feet higher than the seat. That'll be comfortable transportation, and then I'll fucking ride around like a lowrider that I'm pedaling. But the mijos was when I worked at the Man Show, my rider's assistant, his last name was De La Pena. And so I would call him Mijo, and then I would do this thing where I would reenact the 3 mijos. The mijo is the mom comes home from work, and the first mijo is she comes home and she has her beloved 15-year-old son, and she come home from the market and she's gonna make his favorite dish tonight, and it's 5 in the afternoon, and she walks through the front door of her house, and she says with enthusiasm and glee, "Mijo!" But there is no answer. So now she gets a little suspicious, you know? The house is dark, the sun's going down, there's no lights on. Now she walks up the stairs toward his bedroom, and she says her second mijo. Mijo?
Question mark. Yep.
It's a different mijo, you know what I mean? As she enters the room, we just see the feet dangling because mijo has taken his own life.
Oh, no.
Camera behind the feet dangling, on her dropping the grocery bag in slow motion. Mijo! Those are the 3 mijos. Now, I've subsequently added mijos.
Okay.
There's later on, there's her at the funeral in front of the open casket. Mijo. That's at the funeral. And then a year later, kid goes by on a bicycle as she's driving by the car, looks just like him. She goes, Mijo? So now there are 5 Mijos that I've added. This is what I did while Jimmy was writing jokes. I would walk into the writer's room and they'd go, do the Mijos. I'd go, all right, shut the door. I'm coming in. Jimmy'd be like, what the fuck are you doing up there? I'm like, very important business. So that is the 3 Mijos. All right, one more ball.
What? College.
I didn't go to college. Did you guys go to college?
No.
I just graduated a year and a half ago.
Really?
Dude, Adam, it took me 22 years.
Cauliflower ear studies.
Went there on a wrestling scholarship.
It took me 23 years to graduate from community college.
Oh, really?
And when I finished at Delaware County Community College, which is a local college, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll just keep going. And a year later, I finally got my bachelor's.
Oh, you got my mom beat. My mom went to LA Valley Community College for like 19 years. And then she transferred to Northridge College and went there for like 7 years. And then she died, essentially. But it's interesting, she picked her major. I don't know what your major was. Hers were Chicano studies. So she picked a major that had no application in the real world because she did not want to be gainfully employed.
Was she doing her thesis on the 3 Mijos?
Yes.
Mine was actually on Mijo psychology.
So she was like a perpetual JUCO student who never left. If I ran a junior college, I would have rules. Like the first rule is I'm only taking Asians and nursing students. I don't want to see a bunch of fucking white guys plotzing around here for 17 years.
It's like a Pornhub search. Asians and fucking nurses. That's it.
That's right. I don't want fucking white dudes killing time telling everybody they're going to college perpetually for 20 years. You fucking gotta show up, you study nursing, or you study accounting, and you transfer, or you do something, but you cannot take your white fat ass and circumnavigate this junior college for 15 years. That's what I would do. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't let anyone stay. It's called a 2-year degree. It's called a 2-year degree. I'll give you 3, and then you're fucking out. You got to go to work for your stepdad in his construction outfit after 3 years.
In my defense, my community college makes a great scrapple sandwich. So that's might be why I stayed there for so long.
He also went on a Percocet sabbatical at one point. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're
that's
junkie.
my book.
That's right. The book.
Yeah, I was whacked on perks for like 3 years, and unfortunately, while I was whacked on painkillers, I was also very active on Facebook. So every retarded fucking drug-induced thought that I had was immortalized on Facebook. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to compile them in a book and give a present-day analysis of all those perk thoughts.
Right.
So that's what my book is, On Percs.
On Percs.
It is. It's called On Percs, and you can buy it at onpercs.com. That's my website.
Right.
hell yeah.
Yes.
That's what we call an organic plug.
It's a good read. The next time the Southwest flight gets delayed at the airport and my Donner Party survivor's not there to put things in perspective, you read On Percs. That is the highest praise I can give a book.
Now I can convince my wife that I was just playing the long game when I was whacked on painkillers. It was all for the sake of writing this book.
All right, put your hands together for Mike Rainey.
Thank you, guys.
Tim Butterly.
Thank you very much for having us.
And John DeBella as well. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla saying mahalo.